Materials. They have always played a significant and defining role in human development, from the Stone Age to the material world of today. As John Joseph Boyce says, the process of understanding the world begins with materials. The knowledge of materials allows us not only to make the best material selection as a function of its application, but also to overcome its limits and constraints in a design path where materials and transformation technologies become variables in the creation process. Therefore, it is central to our prosperity, and it holds the key to our future development.
Materials engineering is basically the modification of chemical properties, altering of physical makeup, and creating new processing methods. Through this, we develop new materials with outstanding mechanical, chemical, and electrical properties that make innovations in other fields more possible.
One industry in chemical engineering is the field of materials. This industry is fundamental because materials serve as the building blocks of all processes. You won't be able to produce electricity if you don't have the raw materials such as coal. Also, the materials industry is an avenue for innovations. It evolves through time, and as we all know, the Philippines is rich in raw materials. This is a great field for us to focus on.
18.6 billion of the 3.002 trillion peso budget of the Philippines is allotted to the Department of Science and Technology. Everyone may think that this allotted budget is enough. However, it doesn't cover much of the advancements like research and development. It is a fact that our country is rich in raw materials, but we don't take advantage of it. While we don't grab that opportunity, other countries do.
To invest in the materials industry because I believe that this is where my money will be best spent. Because advancement in the materials industry leads to advancement in all other industries, which are especially important nowadays, since we live in a time where innovations arise from needs as needs arise from innovations.
The materials industry should be prioritized amongst all other industries due to the fact that it serves as the primary pillar for manufactured products like food, agriculture, medicine, electronics, energy, and many more. This only means that all other industries will automatically benefit from it. But let's take Japan as an example. Even though Japan lacks natural resources, it was still able to boom its economy due to its materials industry. Their government actually prioritized it other than other industries, making it the third largest economy and one of the richest countries in the world. Well, that's the exact opposite in the case of the Philippines. Philippines is very rich in natural resources, but it lacks materials. So that's the reason why we need to prioritize our materials industry. What more the Philippines can do than Japan? And Japan can do it, why not the Philippines?
We know that chemical engineers influence various areas of technology by conceptualizing and designing processes for producing, transforming, and supporting materials. The work of chemical engineers is essential for the development of the materials industry in the Philippines because they could improve different materials and products by correlating their properties, structures, and performances for future generations. So basically, chemical engineers know more about the process and they understand how to alter raw materials into required products while taking into consideration health, safety, and environmental and cost issues.
I think it's not entirely the government's responsibility. A lot of other sectors demand high priority when it comes to money and budgeting. It's true, other departments understand, but it is also our responsibility that we share with the government as chemical engineers to do our part in the development of this industry.
A chemical engineering student or a new graduate should choose this industry because I believe it's the most promising and I dare say that it's the most dire industry here in the Philippines because we are the ones rich in natural resources but we do not have enough investments poured into these resources to make them into profitable goods for trade. So I believe that we should work on our strengths as a nation. Filipinos are known for their craftsmanship and ingenuity. However, we seldom stay here in the Philippines and work on those gifts, such as the Lexmark printer manufacturer. They still have a plant here in Mactan, Cebu. And just before we had plants for Toshiba and Texas Instruments. So I think it's quite sad that we're not the ones utilizing these resources for the improvement of our economy. Okay, which is why I believe that more chemical engineers should choose this industry and also not just invest themselves into research and development, but also start businesses here in the Philippines.
We are innovators. We love materials.